everybody, and welcome back to Perth. Hopman Cup Day 4, and of course it is New Year's Eve. It's also Australia Day because Australia in action today against Italy, and a real opportunity for the Australians to stay alive here at the Hopman Cup. A disappointing first-round loss in their tie against Canada, but they've been handed a favour by Poland. Poland's surprise victory over Canada has kept it well and truly alive for Australia, and that's great news for Bernard Tomic. He was disappointed with his performance against Milos Raonic. He's out to prove that he's still a force to be reckoned with in world tennis, ranked currently 51. He wants to rise back up the rankings. He's been out practicing this morning, and a long practice session for him yesterday as well in the sun. And as ever, Bernard Tomic, wherever he goes here in Perth, super obliging with the fans. Very popular, and a large contingent of them here again today, the Australian fans that is, to see Bernard Tomic and Samantha Stosur represent Australia against Italy. Huge crowds have been through the gates for the first 3 days, and today no exception, obviously, with the locals in the house. A great contingent of Australians. New Year's Eve, always terrific celebrations, and of course the New Year's Eve ball, the Hopman Cup ball, a feature of this event, and that will be held a little later tonight. So no play tonight. It is a day session only. The roof is closed and the players will be introduced with the Hollywood-style walk-on in just a moment. Of course, not just Aussie fans, a large community of Italians here in Perth, and they have turned out in good numbers today as well. Lots of colour and excitement at the Perth Arena, and lots of support for the Italian crowd as well. So we're expecting pretty even contest. Let's have a listen to them. Yeah, big numbers, and the red, white and green will make plenty of noise in the house tonight. Let's have a look at our order of play for today. New Year's Eve, the Hopman Cup. And it's Italy and Australia. Flavia Pennetta against Samantha Stosur to kick us off. It's the women's singles. Pennetta and Stosur have played 4 times, all on hard court, and Pennetta has a 4-zip record, so pretty significant there. Andreas Seppi had to retire in his first round match against Poland in the second set with a stomach complaint. He's okay, he's recovered. 26 places higher in the rankings than Bernard Tomic. He'll go against the Aussie in our second match, and then of course it is the mixed doubles. So all in readiness here at the Perth Arena. It's time now to meet the players.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome to centre court, proudly representing Italy, Flavia Pennetta. And representing Australia, Samantha Stosur.
Well, a very warm welcome there for Australia's Sam Stosur. We hope that she can take that onto the court. As they mentioned with Flavia Pennetta, she's played 4 times and lost on those 4 occasions, all on hard courts. But a big opportunity here, Karen, to put one on the board for Australia and start it off well.
Absolutely, and I think Sam will be out there raring to go, and also to notch up her first win against Flavia Pennetta. She would like to start out and get that part of the ledger looking a little bit better from her point of view. I think she'll come out here firing today.
Well, they're getting things a little bit brighter here at the Perth Arena. That's because the roof is now starting to open. That's the weather conditions today. A little cooler. They've got some weather conditions up the northern part of Western Australia, and so we're getting the benefits of that. Not quite as hot, 24 degrees centigrade, and it is a cooler day today, but the roof is open. They had that Hollywood entrance where they blow the smoke up and everybody gets introduced, and it's pretty exciting for everybody. A great crowd on hand, as they're always here for the Aussies when they come to Perth and the Hyundai Hopman Cup. Flavia Pennetta, well, as it's nice to see her back on track, back into the top 30. She's been as high as number 10 in the world.
Previous days. Net device, 3 incorrect challenges per set. Any questions from you, maybe? Yep. Who would like to choose? Heads. 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 Ready?
Well, Sam Stosur's called heads, and there's a good 2-up player there. He's the coin toss.
Tail. Heads. We agreed it's tails.
That's tails. That's right.
Yeah.
Tails.
Receive. Good luck.
So it looks as though Flavia Pennetta, they always have I think it's a two-headed coin, that thing, but it's tails was called there. Flavia Pennetta won the toss, elected to receive. And that's a nice thing that they do here. They get somebody out of the stand. Some lucky patron comes in and a coin toss. And it's just a nice touch. Flavia Pennetta, as I mentioned, has been in the top 10 and lives in Verbier. That's a nice place to live. And obviously she's a pretty good skier. Born in Brindisi, and she's a veteran out there, 31 years of age, and been as high as the top 10, now ranked 31. And that's last year's prize money. She's amassed over 7.4 million in career prize money, so had a lot of success out there. You can see the results from 2013 there. Semi-finalist at the US Open. That's where she played some terrific tennis, got through to that stage without losing a set, and then fourth round at Wimbledon. So she's had a resurgence in 2013, and it's great to see.
Yeah, great to see her come back after that wrist surgery. And here, Sam Stosur for Australia. She's had what you would have to call an up and down year, but she had some great performances too. 29 years of age, a couple of years younger than the evergreen Pennetta. Ranked number 18, has been as high as number 4 in the world, and has been around the top 10, top 20 the last 5 years, and looking to make her way back into the top 10 this year with some good results. A couple of titles she won last year in Carlsbad and Osaka, Moscow Sofia finals. And yeah, won a couple of titles last year. Osaka was actually a win, and Carlsbad as well, having a couple of breakthrough victories, one against Azarenka, which was huge for her, but really underperforming on the Grand Slam stage, and that's something she'd like to rectify as she heads into 2014.
Well, also on the Grand Slam stage and in Australia here, she has not had much success in Australia the last few years, and looking forward to a new start for 2014.
Well, Flavia Pennetta has to come into this with a lot of confidence with that winning head-to-head. And she's had an outing here. I think she'll be quite settled, and she'll have some pretty definite strategies against Sam Stosur. I think look for her to try and open up the court by dragging Stosur wide to the forehand, exposing the backhand. She's a cagey competitor, uses the strategies well.
Yeah, the group standings here, and that's Poland. They've won both their matches, both their ties, with a total of 5 matches, and that's why the mixed doubles is so important. There's Canada, so Australia must win. They've just won the one match. They must win both ties, the 2 remaining ties, and all those matches for them to get through into the final here. It's a big ask, but it can be done, and it's a good way to start it off here for Sam Stosur to give Bernard Tomic a little bit of cushion here.
There are Sam Stosur's parents, Tony and Diane, who've flown over for this week in Perth. Looking forward to seeing their daughter play today. Had lunch with her out at Cottesloe Beach yesterday, enjoying all that Perth has to offer, and the great tennis here.
Well, it's nice that she can come home, and she's a Gold Coast girl, and I know there's a lot of fans up in the Gold Coast be watching this one as well. It's nice that you can have her folks over here and have a little bit of personal time, a little bit over here just on their own with your folks, because it doesn't happen when you're out on the tour that often. She only gets home a couple of times a year, based basically in the US now.
Alicia Mollick here.
Local girl.
Yeah, she is now, lives in Perth. Her husband Tim and child Yannick.
Yeah, he's a terrific little fellow, Yannick, isn't he? But Alicia, obviously one of the top women players in Australia for some time, and now looks after the Fed Cup and I believe the junior development, or the player development on the women's side.
Well, at the moment overseeing women's tennis, and here's one of the legends of the sport.
Margaret Court, more Grand Slam singles titles, more Grand Slam titles than anybody, but singles titles. The great Margaret Court, 24 Grand Slam singles titles. Closest to her is Serena Williams at 17. And whether Serena Williams can come through and match that, so you've got to put Margaret Court up there as one of the great ones.
Yeah, closest as far as active players go.
Yeah. So we're just about ready to go here, and Margaret Courtin-Barry caught her husband come out here and support all the Australian matches. She's still involved in tennis over here in the West. Stosur to start proceedings here will serve first. That's an excellent start. Just showing us that she was top doubles player. Well, she was number 1 in doubles for a while, wasn't she? And elected to get off the doubles court and concentrate on singles for a while. It was volleys like that that took her to the top of the rankings in doubles.
Was number 1 in doubles back in 2006.
Miles McLagan is the new coach. He's taken on the job. He was, if you remember, the coach of Andy Murray. They've only been together for a couple of weeks. It seems to be working at the moment. Well, this is just the start that you would wish for if you're struggling a little, is to get out there and win your opening service game comfortably. That one looks as though it hit the line, zipped through the line, hits the paint, and so that's the opening game to Australia and Sam Stosur. 1-love, first set. And in preparation before the players stay here, that's the wonderful Perth arena here. There's a lot of area for the players to warm up here, KP, and that's going through the routine.
Yeah, lots of quiet places to tuck away and go through your warm-ups. Same as in, I think she had a bit of Vegemite toast or something just before the match, get the fuel going.
Got to have that Vegemite on toast for breakfast.
Lots of changes for her this year, as you said, Fred, splitting with her long-time coach David Taylor just before the US Open, teaming up with a new coach and then changing the lead-up to the AO. And you've got to change something when it's not working, I guess. And she only won 1 match from the 3 tournaments, Brisbane, Sydney and the Australian Open last year.
Yes, last 2 years have not been good for her down here. And the Australian Open, that's what she wants to do well in. Best she's performed there, as I mentioned, has been the 4th round. Well, not a good start for Italy here. And on serve, a double fault there, put down love 30.
Serve has been a vulnerability of Pennetta's over the years, but her run to the semi-final of the US Open this year, she did serve very well.
There's very good timing on that first serve, wasn't she? And that's what helped her. And even in the first match, that's when won a lot of points on a good, well-positioned first serve.
But that working today will be a key to her chances.
15-30. That serve there, that's what we were talking about. Seems to get a little bit of extra pace. He's got good racket head work, racket speed of the head of the racket at the top of the swing, and generates some nice pace. That's another ace.
And that's what she has to avoid. Putting that relatively weak second serve to the Stosur forehand.
I think that's one of the things that Miles McLagan possibly has worked on second serves, to go with the strength and try and use it. But you've got to get it in the court on that occasion. It is a break point now early on. Tried to thread the needle down the line, pushed out wide. Pennetta had to go for it, so Stosur breaks serve early. Good signs for Australia. 2-love, she leads. These are the folks that are arriving here at the Hopman Cup. It's always very popular out here. That fella's won his bet with the headgear. He can take it off when he comes in now. But great support over here in the West for this event.
It's a stunning point, and Pennetta playing to a strategy there. I think she's going to try and drag Stosur wide on the forehand, which she did early in that point. Sam responded well, but the great net play of Pennetta on show there. Very quick to close in and finish that off. She's got terrific court craft.
Pretty good doubles player in her own right as well. So you'll look for Pennetta. The experience that she's had is to try and break back immediately here. Some wonderful tennis there from both women. Great baseline rally.
18 shots in that one. Great shot making. Well, quite short, but quite a lot of topspin on those balls. And Pennetta, the one with the strength and conviction, changed the direction and hit the winner there. So much experience out on court here with these two women.
Opportunity now, 18-stroke rally, but it's love 30. Not a good time. Double fault. The only double fault so far in the match for Stosur, but it puts her in trouble. Break points now for Italy to get back on serve.
The sun quite tricky to that left court up that end.
Stosur needs to get out of this game. If she can battle her way out of this game and hold on and consolidate that lead to 3-love, it's amazing how much confidence she will get out of it. If she loses it, then mentally she goes back and thinks, oh, here we go again. And there it is. So Pennetta's done the job. As I mentioned, you break back immediately if possible. Italy have done it. We're back on serve. First set. Have a look at that crowd, folks, here in Perth Arena. It's a wonderful setup. The second year that they've had the Hyundai Hopman Cup here. There's not a bad seat in the house. It's air conditioning. The roof's open. And it's just the same conditions as they will face at the Australian Open in a couple of weeks' time.
Strong.
That's Pennetta from that tough end serving, and this may give Stosur a little edge as she's won the first point, and that's the objective in this situation. First point of the game.
Love 13.
That's where I think Stosur has to take more risks, is on second serve and try and get some pace of shot. It was pace of shot that beat Pennetta there. She just couldn't get herself set.
Well, I think we're going to see her doing that throughout this match already. She's been stepping in. Well done. Pennetta reading that, anticipating. That was great depth from Stosur on that shot.
Good depth, but it wasn't real close to the line, wasn't it? So that allowed Pennetta time to execute. She didn't really have to stretch out to do anything with it. A well executed backhand. There's a double fault from Pennetta in exactly the same situation as Stosur was, down 15-30 and serve a double. So that opens the gate here for Australia. That's what we want to see more of. Good follow through on that forehand, jumped all over it, was 2 metres inside the baseline when she played that shot. So break serve now and stays in front, 3-1.
Well, great court movement that Pennetta has, but Stosur with more power, and she's going to have to use that to try and diffuse this great court movement of Pennetta. Look at that footwork. Lovely stroke production. Shots can get a little bit short sometimes.
I think with David Taylor, the objective that they had was patterns, wasn't it? They played to a lot of patterns. I think you're going to find that McLagan is going to say, well, you've got to you've got to work the patterns, but when you get an opportunity, if the explosiveness is the one that's going to win you the matches, you've got to explode and be able to hit the winners. We'll see if that happens.
Oh, well, she's looking for that serve out wide, the kick, and she does handle the high bounding ball pretty well, which is, I think, why she's posed some problems for Sam in the past. The backhand wing, I think, the strength of Pennetta. I think you're right, Fred. Those set plays, patterns are all very well,
yep.
but it's about instinct this game, and I think they were good for the stage Sam was at.
Agreed.
And they were set plays to take advantage of the weapons that she has. The big serve, which has, so many different faces, and the forehand, setting that up. Everything built around setting up the killer forehand.
Point, and that started off basically with a short forehand from Stosur that allowed Pennetta to take control of the point off the ground, and that's one of the Achilles' heels. When she gets a bit uptight, that forehand, she doesn't finish the shot, and the forehand gets short in the court, and she gets caught on a number of occasions. 30 all. from 30 love now. It's an hour break point opportunity again for Italy. Wild forehand, very uncharacteristic that one. Loose forehand, and again lots of service breaks early in this match, so Italy come back and they're on serve once more.
Look at those service stats on Stosur's side there. 80% of first serve, 0.1, but second serve, 0. The big 0 of 7, and that is a huge problem for her. Pennetta handling her kick serve out to the backhand particularly well.
It's been a match of first serves because Panetta's not doing too well on second serve. She's only won 1 out of 7, so Stosur hasn't won any. So it's a battle of if you get your first serve in, you're in the point. If you don't, chances are you're going to lose it.
But the interesting thing about the stat is that with Pennetta you maybe expect that because the second serve has always been seen as perhaps the weakness, whereas for Stosur that's usually her strength. You know, she's billed as a player with one of the best serves in the world and certainly one of the best second serves with the kick that she can get on it and the variety and slice.
That's good. That's pace of shot rather than just stay in the rally. She's good. Started off with a good solid return off her first serve. So Pennetta in trouble once more on serve. Love 30. There's an Italian nose. All painted there with the Italian colours. Oh, that's good. That's just good solid stuff from both ends of the court in that rally. As you mentioned, Pennetta knows the strengths and weaknesses of Stosur and vice versa. Not intimidated at all. 30 all. Again, pace of shot.
Oh, terrific forehand from Stosur here. As you said, Fred, it just had a little more on it than Pennetta has on her forehand. Needs to get in position to use that. Gee, the forced errors, 10. But when she gets in position, Pennetta also can get some penetration on the forehand. But it's Stosur obviously forcing the errors from Pennetta, just with some good pressure play.
Well, that's what took her through to the semi-finals at the US Open this year. Flavia Pennetta was that first serve. It was consistent, and she never dropped a set until she got to the semi-finals. Having a look at that, maybe a challenge? No.
Tough overhead with the Sam.
An unbelievable get from Pennetta because it was a good volley from Stosur, a good stab volley. She really had to move forward quickly. It was an awkward shot. And now it's 3-all. Some of the action shots leading up to this at 3-all, first 6 games.
Oh, we've seen some tremendous shots already. Look at the emotions running high out there.
Pennetta doing well to get out of that last game, down 15-40.
He just rushed there. 15 love. Strong shot from Stosur.
Yeah, second attempt, it was tough, as Karen mentioned, that end of the court with the sun. But again, it was a good second serve into the body. It jammed Pennetta and set this point up for her.
She went for the bounce smash on that first one, trying to get it over Pennetta's head. Couldn't quite do it. It's smart from Pennetta to throw the ball up in the air, knowing that that sun will be right in Stosur's eyes.
She's won a point on second serve now, so it's 30 love. Makes it.
Oh, what a fabulous shot. 14 was this. It was a strong shot there, but she shortens the swing and sends it back flat.
Well, she'll be very happy if she can win this service game. Stosur, she struggled, lost the last 2 of them. And again, good kick serve on that occasion. Couldn't control it, Pennetta. So Australia hit the front here in the first set. 4 games to 3. They're on serve. And here the Italians trying to get their charge going. 2 veterans of the tour. Flavia Pennetta, 31 years of age, serving with new balls now against Australia's Sam Stosur, who is now 29 years old. And they're back on serve at the moment.
Cover a lot of court to get over and take that on the forehand, and then under pressure to come up with a clean win up. 13. That's her 3rd double fault of the match. Yeah, I think she has to do a lot more of that. Take a risk. That is her favourite shot. If she can get that working, hit through the flight of the ball as she did with this off forehand. Watch the racket work here. Goes all the way out towards the target before it starts to get up around the neck. Gets extra pace on it. It's interesting to see where she ends up in the court too when she finishes that shot way over in the tram lines.
Well, that's a good second serve. Gutsy second serve for Pennetta. So both players have held there in the last couple of games, and we're all even. It's 29 minutes into this, and it's 4-all.
Have a look at the stats there at the bottom of the screen. When the rallies are shorter, it's stosur winning, 14-11, and when they're longer, as they get progressively longer, it's Pennetta who's won the 9-shot-plus rallies. As you would expect, I guess, she is the road runner out there.
Well, that's why I think Stosur's got to go for broke. That's her strength.
She'd like the point shorter, that's for sure.
Serve balance on the serve not good at the moment. She's falling off to the left. It's the ball toss, and she's got to reach to get it, and then drags her over to the left. That's a better one.
About 15. Good precision with that delivery. 15-all. Vital stage in this match.
Yeah, the business end of the set, isn't it? 4-all. 15-30. Oh boy, just read that beautifully.
Well, that's what she's done really so well in this set, which has made it very hard for Stosur on serve.
Picks this one. Stosur couldn't have got that even if she'd have started when she finished, and it was just down there. Just picked that one and beautifully executed. So break points for Italy again here. Well, Italy. Pennetta making Stosur play that volley. Into the net it went, so Italy go to the front 5-4 with that break. Well, you talk about pressure, now it's on. Sam Stosur serving to stay in this opening set. There's been a couple of service breaks at both ends of the court. And that last missed volley, as Karen mentioned, was not a difficult one. Lots of pressure there. A little bit more now as Pennetta serves for the first set with that break.
Well, that's the class of Pennetta. Having got that break in the previous game, she could just sense Stosur succumbing to the pressure that she's been exerting, and plays a terrific first point in her campaign serving for the set.
there.
She's right.
Yeah, the ball cost too far over the left.
What a get.
Super job from Pennetta there to get that one back deep. Those are off balance way back in the court, but it was a great retrieving effort from the Italian defensive mode.
Well, it was a great return from Stosur for a start, this one. And look how she gets across to it. Just gets her racket onto it, but look where she placed it into the court.
Italy are challenging the call on the right service line. The ball was called out.
This is worth the challenge. She has 3 challenges each set, and you can't take them into the next set. And if this is in, it should be 3-set points. But it's long, so she'll lose that challenge, and Stosur lives to fight. And a double fault.
It's a little bit distracting there, the challenge.
Italy have 2 challenges remaining.
And gives Stosur a bit of breathing room.
It's 4 double faults in this set, so an opportunity here. Second serve, Stosur to have a look at. The Achilles heel just doesn't follow through. A mishit wrapped around the frame, so set points for Pennetta. Stosur saves 1. Crowd trying to get behind their charge. That one's wide, a mishit forehand, and Pennetta playing that forehand wing of Stosur under pressure. She wins the first set 6-4 for Italy in 38 minutes. Well, what a great city this is that hosts the Hyundai Hopman Cup. This is the 26th version. This is a good look at the city of Perth, folks. The river, the...
If Stosur can get a higher percentage of first serves in, I think that is going to really help her chances in this second set. 54% of first serves in that opening set.
Pennetta was even a lot worse than that, though, but when she got the first serves in, they were pretty much aces. She served 3 aces, but only 39% of her first serves went into play in the opening set. That service breaks, a few problems, but on this occasion, Stosur stretches her opponent wide.
Yeah, but it was the second serve that Stosur had so much trouble winning points off because Pennetta was handling it so well.
Well, this is the way she started the match off, Sam Stosur. A good service game in the opening game of the match, and she's doing the same here in the second set. runs deep. So good round of applause there for Sam Stosur as she wins the opening game of set number 2.
First game, second set.
The first set was great quality tennis from both women. Pennetta finishing off beautifully at the net there. Didn't come in very often, but when she did, it was gold. Great power off that backhand side. I love her backhand. Stretching Stosur, opening up the backhand side of the court. She really did use the court well, Pennetta, and the serve. Boy, that first serve, Fred, it was accurate and it was penetrating. So the work ahead of Australia's Sam Stosur here. I'm sure that also is a shot that she would make 9 times out of 10 in practice. And Stosur will know they are the opportunities she's got to really make the most of.
Yeah, particularly on second serves, as you mentioned, the second serve and an unforced error. Yeah, good return on that occasion. It was a good deep first serve as well.
15-13.
This is like a blueprint of the first set.
Feeling that way, isn't it?
Opportunity for an early break in this second set. Stosur broke lead 2-love in the first set, then a lost serve.
She found the line on that side there, Flavia.
Yes, Stosur had a look at it, zipped off the line. When it hits the paint on this court, it changes the flight of the ball. Zips through a little bit more. Couldn't control it. Juice. That's good serve, well directed. When she gets that first serve in, she's still only at 39% for the match. When she gets it in, it's well directed, well placed.
Certainly is quite a compact swing, very neat. It's a lot of spin on that ball, slicing that one out wide.
Terrific rally.
Well, what a point from both of them. I don't blame her sitting down there to have a breather, working hard in this. And Stosur, powerful off the forehand.
Yes.
Did the splits easy.
Yep. That's the longest rally, 20 strokes, and that's what they're playing for, the Hopman Cup.
Bit of a breakthrough for Sam there, winning that long rally. Flavia's had the better of them throughout this match when they've gone so long.
No.
Like it missed.
Called a fault. Now, is there a challenge or not? No. Listen to the crowd. You think they're on Stosur's side here? They think they want an Aussie victory here? Sure they do. And a good move here. An explosive forehand. That's what we need more of. Very solid overhead. Break point for a 2-love lead.
So good when she gets in full flight like that on the attack. Oh, and what a way to get out of trouble. A terrific serve again from the Italian.
It's a different serve, though, from Stosur, isn't it? It's very flat. Stosur comes around the outside of the ball or kicks the ball. She doesn't have a lot of that. It's very flat, that first serve. But, boy, it's well directed. Look how close this is, right in the corner. That's just about perfect.
Oh, you know, it's great, isn't it? Because she can vary between that flat serve that's so precise and gets there so quickly, or the slice that moves away from her opponent.
Stosur will be looking for a forehand here, you would think. Yes, there it is. Well, just depth. It's the depth from that pennetta stroke that set up the short ball, and then it was flattened out. The precision close to the line for that forehand. You can see the winners there from pennetta, 12-7 at the moment for Stosur.
And fewer unforced errors from pennetta as well. Playing a great match. Oh, I didn't think Stosur had done enough there, but she got away with it.
In two minds. She had too much time here, pennetta. Plenty of room cross-court. She's held it back and then pushed it down the line. Looks over to her player's box saying, you know, how did I hit that? Smacked herself on the side of the head. We're at deuce. Long game, this one, closing in on 8 minutes. And another serve right on the paint again. Pennetta's obviously aware of the fact that Stosur's looking for forehands on that, and on the first serve. She's not standing, not covering that one out wide as well as she might. So a game point now for Italy. Used the pace. Yeah, it was in right on the paint. Used the pace of shot from Stosur and just got the frame right behind this one. Have a look again.
That is a ripper of a shot after such a long testing rally as well. Good quality tennis from both women, trying to keep the ball deep, trying not to give each other the short ball, the opportunity to hit the winner.
It's 1-1.
And here's a look at some of the pennetta backhands that have done so much damage in this match. It's a very precise shot, short swings when the ball's coming at her quickly.
Live action now at 1-1.
Well, a heavily topspun forehand there from Stosur that at first looks like it's flying out, but the spin on the ball brings it into the court. Tough shot for Pennetta to even read, let alone cover.
It wasn't a real clean hit, though, was it? It wrapped around the frame a little. We'll take it, though. 15 love.
She put so much onto that forehand. Sitting along in the pursuit of depth, which they've been doing a great job of. Both of them off the forehand wing with lots of topspin on the ball, which means it carries on at the opponent, travels high. Got that one.
Yep.
14-15. Good second serve, set up a short reply, and that's the forehand we like to see. 40-15. Smart play from Pennetta there. Very quick to move onto that drop shot. Try and do a lot with it. Pushed it down the line to make Stosur stretch for the ball. Pennetta upset with that. She cracked a great return off that serve. It was called a fault. And that one she missed. So Stosur now stays in front in set number 2. It's 2-1. They're on serve. There's the match update.
And after nearly an hour of play, 14 winners to 9 in favour of Pennetta. And the unforced error is also good for her, but the forced errors, that's the interesting one. Pennetta is being forced into more errors by the Stosur game, and that's what Sam is doing well. She's trying to not go for too much, force some errors, measure her shots, which is why she has fewer winners to her tally. Very close match that we have here.
Bar 15.
$159K, very flat out to the backhand.
That is something that I think has improved since Pennetta has come back from the game. She had 6 months out after wrist surgery in 2012. Ranking was down around the 160s at Wimbledon this year.
That's another ace. That's 4 aces for the match.
But it's really admirable how at 31 years of age she can come back into the game after quite a lengthy stint out, reach her first semi-final of a slam and have a big improvement in a game.
The last ace was at 170k right down the middle. But she's thrown in a few double faults. Asking the chair umpire, and the chair sort of said it was long, so there's no challenge. $30 all. Done a super job mixing the serve up, hasn't she? She's hit the flat one down the... So that sort of confuses Stosur as to what she's looking for, whether she's going to go out wide on that first serve. And on either occasion, when she gets the first serve in, it's pretty good. So a good service game there from the Italian. It's 2-all, second set.
Well, it's a terrific tussle, as you would expect. Both of these women being dwellers within the world's top 10 in singles, both being #1 in the world in doubles. A wealth of experience. Sound like they were hit cleanly, those last 2 backhands.
Not in the middle of the frame by all accounts. That was a bad miship round the wrap round the frame. So love 15. Yeah, that was just too short on that one from Stosur, that return.
That's an area that I think Stosur is looking at working on. Wide to the forehand there. Often she'll send back a shorter ball, giving her opponent the opportunity.
Oh, that was close. That would have been a big shot for Pennetta. Would have given her 3 break points on the full run there. Stosur's service direction.
And the first serve's really mixing it up quite nicely. Second serve, she's had to as well. Couldn't just... On that left court, interesting, most of her second serves usually go out wide.
2 good points there from Stosur. Pennetta being drawn out wide on that 2-fisted side. $30 all.
As we saw from that graphic, Stosur really mixing the direction of her first serves up.
A lot of second serves pretty short, though. And that's not doing her any good. That's why she didn't win too many points. She was 0 for 7 on second serves in the first set, midway through the first set. That's a great shot from Stosur. Bueno comes the reply from Pennetta. So Stosur in a little bit of trouble in that service game early, but holds. It's 3-2 second set. Back live to Perth Arena here. Hyundai Hopman Cup, the women's singles. This is a practice court outside here that's adjacent to the arena. And this is live action with Sloane Stevens out there representing America. And there's her partner in crime, Big John Isner. He threw some hoops yesterday with some of the Wildcats, the basketball team over here in Perth. Hit 2 or 3 three-pointers from outside range. He loves his basketball. We're back on live now at centre stage here with Pennetta needing to hold serve. Stosur trying to break.
15 love.
Little complaint about the sun then.
It's just too tough a return from Pennetta because of powerful return. And it was returned deep and Stosur just wasn't in position. She had to make that half volley flick. And that's always a pretty risky shot. She made it.
How about Stosur reading that first one? Tremendous point from both of them.
14 love.
This one right here, Stosur, she had to make a decision, committed over there, got a racket on it.
Did the right thing too, covered the line. You'd think that was the shot of preference, and she had the ability to drag that back, Pennetta. So 40 love, excellent point.
Let's first serve.
That's wide. So Stosur pretty upset with herself there after that rally. And we're getting down to the nitty-gritty now in set number 2 at 3-all.
And Pennetta bothered by the serve in that game, but here's the way her serve's been going throughout the match. She has been mixing it up well. The second serve mainly into the body or the back end of Stosur on the right court, and varied very well over there on the left court. Aces down the tee, sliding a few out wide. I think she's done a great job of picking her spots.
No, she does. She's mixed it up very well. Second serve there in the deuce court, you see pretty short. The first serves, all of them very deep into the court. So the placement on the first serve, a lot better than the second serve. Well, that's a good kick serve, that one. Penetta's handled that comfortably on most occasions. That one had a little bit extra on it. Took her out a little further. Couldn't control it.
A great return on that point from Pennetta again. right back at Stosur.
Yes, Pennetta anticipated that one. She was looking for the forehand, and it was depth and pace of shot. Won the day, 30 all.
Let's pursue.
Framing that one.
30-40.
Just with that stroke production that Sam has, I can see the forehand fly off the frame.
Opportunity now for Italy, a break point. 7th game, 2nd set. There she knows there's a lost opportunity there, Pennetta. A fine return of serve. Good defensive skills from the Australian. Deuce.
Oh, what a serve that was.
Gutsy serve. Buena comes from the Italian. 3 all, Deuce, and a gutsy second serve ace.
And that is the kick that we're talking about. Didn't even see it there. It kicked so far out of frame, but it has got a lot of movement on it.
Hold the ball, please.
Oh, a couple of misses there from Pennetta. She's upset with herself. A good effort from Stosur. Was down a break point, and that was an easy backhand for Pennetta to miss. So Stosur stays in front. It's 4-3.
4 games to 3.
Well, there's John Isner, a couple of young ladies there that obviously play a bit of tennis, and he's just a terrific fellow out next to the practice court where you can go out there and watch the practices, and it's no charge for the public to get a look at the stars here at Hyundai Hopman Cup 2014. And there's still tickets available for the final, which is going to be played on Saturday. Very exciting.
15.
Lots of good seats here at the Perth Arena too. There's not a bad seat in the stadium. And as always here, it's air conditioned in this new arena. Air conditioned seats makes it very comfortable for the spectators. Not so for the players though, because yesterday, boy, it was over, well, pretty close to 40 degrees Celsius on the court surface.
Wow, what a serving performance here from Pennetta. A couple of little stutters in that last game, missing a few shots, 2 shots that she normally would not, but she's regrouped beautifully here on serve. 7 aces, her tally now.
Let's pursue.
I heard it now.
Just having a bit of a discussion about the let serve call. Electronic caller at the net. Sometimes it gets a little mixed up. Oh,
Well, that one got away.
unfortunately, we see too much of that from the stosur game, and miss hit there. Total miss hit off a second serve. 4-all now. Talked about this wonderful state over here up north. Broome, beautiful beaches. You have a barbie out on the beach. And a nice sip there as the sun sets. Some spectacular scenery up there also. And they do all sorts of things along the beach there. And beautiful surfing and swimming. And then they have camel rides. Broome pearls.
Blow for Stosur, losing that first point on serve at such a vital stage of this match. And a psychological blow for Pennetta when she was able to hold the love so comfortably that last service game.
This gets down to, in my opinion, more of a mental challenge now for Stosur. Well done.
Well, that's the perfect play, isn't it? It's all about fight. And that's a fighting point, setting it up beautifully.
Alicia Mollick there, Paul Kilberry, tournament director, and Yelena Dokic. All interested spectators at this stage. All a little nervous.
Well, Alicia and Yelena well know what it's like to be out there representing Australia, wanting to win for your country here at Hopman Cup.
That's a good serve into the body, and disappointment there for Pennetta. She thought she had a comfortable return there. Found the net, 30-15.
Never a good time to serve a double fault, but this is certainly worse than usual when every point's so vital for Stosur at this stage.
That's the only double fault she served in this set. She only served 2 for the match. Panetta's come up with 5, but this is a very important point right here. There's that forehand that it just doesn't finish the shot at all. There's no follow through from the hitting point at all. That one bounced into the net. So this is meant for mine. It's more of a mental situation here for Sam Stosur at the moment. A break point now for Italy.
That one was close. Probably see the challenge.
The challenge, Stosur called it out. I think it might be long, but we'll see. This is worth a challenge, though. You can't take them with you. Barely long, so good call from the chair. And it's Stosur fighting to stay in this one.
Italy have 2 challenges
You've got
remaining.
to play through these matches. When you get tight, you get nervous. You've got to play through the nerves to win a couple, to get some confidence, and that's right where she is now.
Advantage Italy.
Serve's been so consistent throughout now, under the gun. 2 double faults in this game. Another let off there. Expected that one to go cross court to the stosur forehand. She elected to go back behind. Made the error. Good fighting qualities from stosur here. She must hang in.
Parents probably feeling very nervous there. The stomach's churning watching their daughter out here doing battle.
That's better, right over the top of that one. That was bounced up into the hitting zone. Flattened that one out beautifully.
Well, this is going to give Sam some confidence. Gets across very quickly to that. The difference was she was in position for that forehand. Hit through it well.
Well, she picked that second serve. It was a good second serve, a deep second serve, but what an angle created from Pennetta's two-fisted backhand there.
Well, she's so confident on that wing and has anticipated the serve particularly well throughout this match.
That's 3 double faults in this game. That's gifts.
Oh, that must be killing her.
Under pressure again. It's a tough end to serve from, but under this stage, you've got to fight back again here. Break point once more. Oh, yes. What a point. Great rally from both ends of the court. Good defensive skills from stosur right towards the end of that rally. But what a brilliant backhand from Pennetta to lead 5-4. Crunch time now with Pennetta about to serve for this match. In women's singles. Tough to serve out matches. See how we go. Bernard Tomic, he's up. That's out on the practice court. He comes up against Andrea Seppi. Seppi had to withdraw in the first in his first match, but is fit and ready to go. He had a bit of a stomach problem, a bit of an ailment that on travelling, a little virus, but he's okay. Serving for the match for Italy. on Stosur was going to be short, but the net didn't do her any justice there. It set it up for Pennetta.
Well, you would have to say that Sam was going to be in trouble even if this did go over. Well, that made it even worse. Having a lot of trouble with the toss because of the sun down that end of the court.
It's tough to look up there and look directly into the sun, try and find the ball. She's going to have to alter that ball toss a little, and that could cause problem. That may have been the problem with Stosur's serve from that end also.
Definitely. Stosur deciding to attack here. Pennetta puts it right at her feet. She only gets in mid-court. All sorts of trouble for the Australian now.
30 love. Was there for the taking.
Or maybe a few nerves from Pennetta at this stage in trying to close out the match. But the way she set this point up, that's what she's done so well throughout this match. It's that first ball that she takes Stosur wide and deep to the forehand and has not allowed her to get comfortable.
30-15.
Well, that's a nightmare.
That's a nightmare.
Miss
that's the bread and butter.
Stosur.
That's the bread and butter shot. She set it up beautifully. It was there. It was easy. And it was long.
But Pennetta, she's managed to get it into this mind frame, if you like, of missing a shot like that. Pressure from the Italian.
Match points. That'll do it for Italy. A disappointing day again for Samantha Stosur as Flavia Pennetta put Italy on the board. 6-4, 6-4 in an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and a half of pretty good tennis. Stosur had opportunities, couldn't carry on the forehand, and the serve got wobbly towards the end. So a good victory for Pennetta, disappointment for Stosur.
Well,